Alright, just for a quick review of what's going on, this rooftop tent build is part of my base 10 projects. The cost has to be 10% equal to or less than that of a commercially available rooftop tent. Next part of that, well, I have to buy all the materials. I can't just cheat and say, oh, it was in my shed. I have a bunch of crap in my shed, but I'm laying low on that. And it has to work well. So all those three together, we're going to get us a rooftop tent. Just as a quick update, I have painted the boards. I'm going over with the second coat and kind of give you some detail on that. And then I'm going to kind of put you up to speed on the next step where we're trying to hurry, getting some hinges on it. I need to order some latches, all kinds of fun things. But yeah, let's check it out. I actually just have this kind of put on top of the car. And what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to fix it to the car with these clips. These are used to hold on conduit. And then I bought these, I think they're called T-nuts. And I just drilled a hole right here. And these guys are going to fit in here. I'm going to hammer that in. That way underneath, I'll be able to screw those things in. And I can get like a little thumb screw or whatever. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm kind of actually excited about it because those these hold the M6 screw, and that appears to be the same size that'll go through this. And if it isn't, I just need to open it up a little bit wider, and that should be plenty. I'm going to do this. Basically, it's very scientific. I took my square, ran it to here, and just the end of this, I drilled the hole. That way I can replicate it over there. And then when I do that, it'll be fairly easy to, basically I'm just going to line it up and then drill the second hole. So this will be a quick tutorial on how not to do things. So I had this, and I wanted to enlarge the holes like I said, and it turned to this. And then this turns to this. So needless to say, trying to hold this in my hand while I did it was possibly the dumbest idea I think I've had in a while. So I'm going to try to drill these out. This one's toast, but oh well, we'll see. I did it again. Golly. I'm striking out with these guys. See that? Suckaroos. Next thing up, let's put this stuff. Basically, I'm going to do one solid line on the front edge, since that's where the wind will be coming in. And then I'm going to run it all the way around the back and then up to here. Set the other piece on top of it. So we have been at a stalemate. I've just been stuck with that. And then I have that over there. But we're about to do an experiment. This is what I need right here. So I'm going to take that off and make it all work. It doesn't even seem to be very, very thick. You can kind of get up on there. And if I can get it to work, I'll try to make one. This is a quick update. These are the hinges. Had to put a clamp because once again, as I said earlier, I think this is bowed a little bit, and as a result, it's making these not want to line up perfectly. It looks worse in the picture than it is in real life, but it is definitely there. So my goal is to do that. This is the inside of it. I put a foam piece of this stuff all around the edges. We'll see. I'll do a test cruising around in the rain And if it does get a lot of seepage, I might go and put like a tiny little piece of wood that comes down, maybe. So we'll figure something out. Keep it from doing that. Actually, probably makes sense for it to go up. That way it'll keep it out. My main goal is to not put anything big that will narrow this by any means, because 4 feet is pretty snug for an adult and a child. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we're making some good progress. And my goal is tonight be able to have those hinges on and practice unfolding it one good time. Alright, today for procrastination projects, I can't even talk. These hinges are going to come off, and these clasps are going to go on. I'll show you how. Basically, they're going to the side like this. These are your typical cooler clasp. And I'm going to be really scientific about placement. One, it's going to be away from that hinge. It's going to be far away from it. And I'm actually going to just line this speed square up. Line it up so it's nice and square. And then if you can see that, at 55 I'm going to drill the hole for the top of it. That way it's going to be the same on both sides. Once I do that, I bought a little latch I'm going to put here or here. Haven't decided where what I'm going to put it through. And it's actually going to have the pull, so that way I can pull it open. So hopefully it'll start looking more like something you can open as opposed to something that's sealed shut. Right now, once again, a little concerned about my miles per gallon. I'm not getting my 40 that I thought I would. So hopefully, once I get this filled in, hopefully I'll get that 40 back. We're gonna see. If not, I might have to move it back a bit. That's about it. So here we go. So I have the speed square. I put it on like this, make sure it's nice and even. 55 markers right there. So put this right at 55. And drill it in. There. Now, I'm going to make it where it pulls down to connect. So my first hole is going to be there. Right there. So the next one, I'm just going to use this as a guide. I'm going to poke it through there. Let it rip. Back it up. Because this drill bit will do more damage than that. So now I'm going to go through here. Kind of loosen that one up a little bit more than the other one. Just because it's going to split. It'll split nearest the edge. And if this screws up, oh no, it's going to screw up. I just dropped my drill bit down into the recesses of the car. Crackhead. Crackhead. So, going with it. Yeah! Now it's a rooftop tent. No, far from it. But let's see what else we got. Get another screw. Yeah! Moment of truth. Because we're going to split. Sweet! Look at that. Yeah! So I'm pretty stoked. Getting there. Basically by tonight, I'm hoping I can open this thing up and it doesn't all fall apart. Because if we get to that point, it's either scrap it all and lose 100 and wherever we're at, or rejoice and yeah, rejoice. For the record, this has been my favorite drill. It's got a hammer drill, a screwdriver, and a drill function. It's not as good as a DeWalt, but it also doesn't scream like those things do either, so I'm a big fan. It's like the proletariat's power tools, you know? One thing I did not take note of, I did drill the hole, but if you see this little bitty kind of indentation, I don't know if you can see it right there. These things actually have a little, let's see, a little round tab on the bottom that keeps it from spinning, because if it spins, you won't catch that little lip of it. So position the lip so that little piece is hanging down, and then you get it in there because you want it to catch. Want it to catch like that. The reason why I'm showing you is actually did it upside down. I put it up like this because I'm like, oh, lips go up, but no, it doesn't. It goes down. So don't do that. It should be on the upside. So don't do that. It should be up top. And when I do it, I'm just gonna hit it with this little drill bit right here, because it's roughly the same size as that little bitty piece right there. Yeah, there we go. So, oh well. I'll show it to you when I'm done, because two-handing it didn't work too well. And that looks bad, so bad. Here we are cruising into home. That was a trip to Home Depot, through town, and back home. So with half of the rooftop tent, we're at 44.1. My goal is to at least get 40 miles to the gallon on this trip. So that's what we're shooting for. And we're home. And we're gonna put the top part on today. Update on the mess behind me. First off, number one, we're running out of time. Number two, that bow, as you can see, zip, zip, it will not leave me alone. So what we're doing, let me bring you over here. I have taken circular saw right here, drill hole the whole bit, and I've basically gone through and notched it out a little bit. What are we going to do with that? Well, this is Exhibit A. We're going to take a piece of angle iron, not this one, but and we're going to go through and mount it on here. I had to dig it out a little bit this way and a little down this way. That way it'll still fit flush when it goes to the bottom here.